Materials. This is my first video about materials, and it's on material properties. Now, this list of properties, this list of terms, you must learn. You must learn the definitions, I would say word for word. Stiff means resistance to deformation. Strong means resistance to breaking. Hard is resistance to scratching or indentation. Tough is resistance to cracking. Brittle is the opposite of tough. It's prone to cracking. And ductile means can be drawn into a wire. So stiffness, resistance to deformation. We can load a material in various ways. We can put it in tension or compression or bending or torsion. On this course, we only look at tensile stiffness. If you put, let's say you put a wire in tension and look at how much it extends, look at its extension. So you apply a load, and if it doesn't change shape very much, if the extension isn't very big, then it is stiff. It is resistant to deformation. The term load can refer to a force in newtons, or it can refer to a mass in kilograms. If you're given a load in kilograms, then make sure you multiply by 9.8 to get it into newtons before you do any calculations with it. Strength is resistance to breaking. If something is strong, then you need a big force to break it. Looking at these two force extension graphs, which material is stronger, or which wire, which specimen is stronger rather, and the answer is A. Why? Because you need a bigger force to break it. Hardness. A hard material is difficult to scratch or dent. Something like titanium, steel is very, very hard, and diamond is very hard, a hard material. Toughness. A tough material is resistant to cracking. A typically tough material is rubber or copper or gold or leather, and it makes you look tough as well. Looking at this force extension graph, for reasons we'll get into later when we talk about energy, B is tougher than A. A is stronger, but B is tougher. Brittle is the opposite to tough. A brittle material is going to crack easily. Glass is brittle, and ceramics, what plates are made out of, they are brittle as well. Glass is actually quite strong and stiff. If only we could stop it from cracking, something that we will discuss later on. Ductile, this has a very specific meaning. A ductile material can be drawn into wire. We will talk a lot about ductile metals, copper being the best example of that. There's also gold and lead, but copper can be drawn into a wire. It is ductile. This would be a kind of a 6-mark question. The wing of this aircraft is made from aluminium. Discuss its advantages over steel for this application. You would also be given data. You'd be given kind of tensile strength and stiffness and things like that. And basically answer the question. Use the words in the video. Use words like stiffness and strength and toughness. Show that you know the meaning of the words. Say what the advantages of one material over the other is. Refer to any data that you are given, and you're allowed to use common sense if you mention things like density and resistance to corrosion. They are relevant.